Hi guys. This is so strange to be recording a video for you rather than seeing you guys face to face in the classroom. I thought I would have already hugged you and heard all about your spring break. So this is definitely different, but we're going to figure this out. I don't know how long this will last. It could be 2 weeks. It could be till the end of the school year. And so we're going to become rock stars at distance learning. I'm going to post lessons online. I'll post videos and read alouds and activities that you guys can do at home. And you guys will participate through something called Microsoft Teams or Microsoft Classroom. You'll hear more about that next week. Parents, if you don't have a laptop or a tablet for your student to use, please know that there are resources available at NAGEM. Call the office. It'll get directed to Mr. Boyd or Miss Walker, and they will be able to get some technology out to you. There's also a survey that went out asking if you have internet, if you have technology, so that way your student can do the lessons. If it's just like not an option, we will also have packets available every week for the students. So know there are options if you just can't get technology. It's okay if you can't. So I am recording this from my bedroom. There is my dog Rudo, see, and Roxy. So this is my house, and for the next few weeks, I'll probably record my lessons in different rooms in my house. You guys will get to see what my house looks like. And I don't know if I'll be able to see your faces, but I am going to start posting a lot of stuff to my Instagram. Miss Story says, so if you are on Instagram, bless you. If you're on Instagram, you can follow it there, and I'll have some activities and things to post. But today we're not doing a lesson. We are going to read a book, and it's a really cool book. I used to read them all the time when I was a kid. They're called Choose Your Own Adventure books. Basically what it is, it's a storybook, but as you read, there are different decisions that you make, and the decisions make you hop from page to page. And so we're going to read it together. When I get to the first decision, I'm going to stop recording, and you guys are going to vote either in the comments or send me a message, right? And tell me what decision you want to make. And the majority decision, that's the next time I record the video, I will start with that decision. So we're going to read one called Enchanted Kingdom. It is older than Miss Story by 4 years, so it's a little bit old, but it's really cool because it's set in England. And I miss doing silly voices with you guys. Javante, your English accent is so good. I miss it. So I'm going to do English accents, and hopefully you guys will just laugh and have fun, because this is weird and it's kind of scary and we don't know what it looks like. And so I just miss being goofy and silly with you. And I figured I could be goofy and silly in my house, and you guys can be goofy and silly in your house, and we can still be in this thing together. Because we are together, we are safe in our homes. Listen to your parents. Don't listen to what everybody else says. Okay? I miss you guys. So we're going to read The Enchanted Kingdom. And I'm going to read the warning at the beginning. Warning. It's very big. Warning. Do not read this book straight through from beginning to end. These pages contain many different adventures that may befall you when you visit England. As you read along, you will be able to make choices, and the adventures you will have will be the results of the choices. Will you heed the warnings to steer clear of the fair folk? Will you risk imprisonment in the Enchanted Kingdom? Will you choose the thrill of the wild hunt, or will you make your escape to safety? Think carefully before you make a choice. Then follow the instructions to see what happens to you next. But beware, there are unexpected perils. That means dangers, lurking in the shadows of the standing stones. All right, That's sweet. I apologize for the dog noises. It's gonna happen. Fingers crossed they don't bark. Page 1. Oh, and it's set in England, so we'll be doing English accents. Your parents have decided that you need some cultural enrichment, so they've sent you to stay with your Aunt Grace in England. Aunt Grace lives with a cat in a cottage in the Downs, a rolling grassy region dotted with sheep and rocks. Every night, Aunt Grace puts a saucer of milk out on the doorstep. Every morning, the saucer is empty. At first, you thought it was for the cat, but the cat has its own bowl by the fireplace. Aunt Grace doesn't have any other pets, but something is drinking that milk. Maybe it's a wild animal. Anxious not to seem too nosy, you say innocently to her, "Do you have wild cats in England? I wonder what likes milk more, wildcats or wolves?" "Heavens, child," Aunt Grace answers. "I'm sure I have no idea. And you'll find no wolves in these parts. Not for many's the year." Page 2. With that answer, you have to be content for now. There isn't much to do in Aunt Grace's little old-fashioned cottage, although Aunt Grace tells terrific stories about the old days and the way people used to live. There's a small village about 5 minutes' walk down the road, and you're free to wander all over the Downs. Your parents gave you 2 going-away presents, a really good compass, and a knife with 9 blades. One day, you decided to try going due west of the cottage and see where it takes you. The Downs have a bare beauty all their own, but they're very flat. After about 20 minutes of walking, you're surprised to see a little hill rising ahead, right in your path. It says turn to page 5, so we're going to skip. Okay, so here is what they're seeing. When you get closer, you see that there are 5 hills, not 1. They're exactly the same size, and together they form a large ring. In the middle of the ring are placed 7 grey stones, each twice as tall as you. This place feels creepy and old. What could it be? Turn to page 8. You stand in the center of the circle formed by the 5 hills. The 7 stones rise up all around you. You hear a noise behind you. It's an old shepherd. "Excuse me," you say. "Can you tell me anything about this place?" "Hey, puppet," he says kindly, in that funny accent all the old people speak in. "That's found the way the fairy ring right enough." "Fairies?" you exclaim. Do you really have fairies around here?" "I puppet, and believes in 'em too. Ain't I set out my milk each night for Robin Goodfellow?" "The milk! Could your Aunt Grace be weird enough to believe in fairies like this guy?" "Did the fairies build this place?" you ask him. He shakes his head. "As to that, nobody knows. But this much is sure. I'd not be caught near here on a dancing night. That's when the moon is full, and they comes here to dance. It's no place for mortal be. Play all you like here during the day, though." The old shepherd turns to go. "What about—" you start to ask. But the shepherd says, "Now I've got no more time for questions. If they wants to know more about this place, it's Bessy Turner you'll be talking to." You've bought candy from Bessy Turner before at the sweet shop. She's an old woman who will talk your ear off if you let her. But she might know some interesting things about the hills and stones. On the other hand, you'd like to ask Aunt Grace what she thinks of all this fairy stuff. Does she really put out the milk for the fairies? Or is there another, more reasonable explanation? Okay, we have reached our first decision. So, you're going to vote if you think we should go back and talk to Aunt Grace and find out why she leaves the milk out. Let me know. Or we can go talk to Bessy Turner at the sweet shop. So, talk to Aunt Grace, talk to Bessy Turner. You guys comment and vote. Majority means we will go to that page. Our adventure awaits us. Hope you guys like this. And I look forward to hearing what you say. I miss you guys.